Talking biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tales of dirt roads, whiskey skies that cut through the night like fireflies. Laughter echoes through the pines, two voices cross them county lines.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Happy
everybody?
Saturday morning. I'm still trying to have a little problem. I messed up, and I'm trying to bring these Substack online.
Well, you'll get it. Dave, how you doing this morning, brother?
I am enjoying the rain and the value of Biscuit Boy being in the house.
Well, thank you. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm
And
enjoying a nice cup of coffee. About to fall asleep. Sitting over here. I've slept on this couch many times, you know. And with the rain, I'm just,
yeah, it's a lazy daisy
yeah.
kind of day. We had a great time yesterday. Shout out again to Scooter Bangs
Yep.
down
Thank
at
you, Scooter.
Scooters,
What
Scottsboro,
what an
Alabama.
awesome place, man.
Man, I tell you, if you're within driving range of Scottsboro, Alabama, or you're traveling through, make sure you stop and see Scooter. They just blessed us so much yesterday. The food is amazing. I got to go back and try some other food. I just tried the
Brother, I had,
super duper big cheeseburger
Right.
and tater tots.
I had the catfish, and the fillets were, I mean, thick and long. They were good. They were really good. I can tear some catfish up, and I could only eat 2 of those.
He had the secret pickle recipe thing going on, and
Yep.
we're gonna let him come on and talk about that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Thought that was an interesting story. The staff was great. The people great.
Yeah. Thank you, Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel. Great time.
Yep.
Spoke to some other ladies that were going to try to look up the podcast. So the Wolf Nation Network. So hopefully they get to tune in. And if you're watching, shout out to you. Hope you have great plans over this holiday weekend. Let's remember the troops, the fallen,
Yes.
those that have served. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I had a boss once, and he was very patriotic. A lot of his family had served in. They could trace their military lineage way back.
Yeah.
Way back in the nation. And his wife one time, and if you're from there, not being mean offensive or anything, or if you love the place, whatever, it's just a statement.
Right.
But his wife wanted to go on vacation once to Paris, and he said, I won't step 1 foot on that country. And his reason is because he does not like how they speak about us.
Oh, I agree.
When there are graveyards full of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of the remains of soldiers who died.
Keeping them from speaking German.
Yes. And
Exactly.
he said, I'll go anywhere in the world, but I will not go there.
I have no desire. I've had the opportunity to go. I'm not going.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. I mean, the Eiffel Tower, I've seen it in pictures. I don't need to see it in person. It's not that impressive. I'd rather just go see the Statue of Liberty.
So God bless our soldiers.
Yes. All gave some.
Some gave all.
That's right.
But we thank you for tuning in to the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy Morning Show here at the Wolf Nation Network. We got exciting things going on.
Oh, yeah.
I am working on the loading up and getting the station relaunched under the Wolf Nation banner. And I've already changed the logo for it. And
Right.
we're rebooting that. We've got some other things we're working on to bring online soon. Another spot to go live to. We've got a lot going on and excited about it. We're hammering away. This past week,
we're growing by leaps and bounds, man.
Yeah, this past week we had to. We were kind of wrapping up some interviews for the racing on a Thursday. So this Thursday we'll be going live on TikTok as well. We'll be doing a live show, different kind of show.
Yeah,
and,
we're going to get back to into the routine, and we're going to have our Cornbread Nation show.
Oh yeah,
we've got letters piling up, dude.
I know we got to get back into the letters, man. I
Yeah.
mean, we got so many people that love to. Broski out there floating around on a Saturday.
Trump floss, is that what he said?
Yeah,
Trump
he's
floss?
probably a logo. I didn't see when you switch it over because it does it's the dance, Trump dance, and we look at it on
Oh
Rumble.
yeah, I saw one Colbert. So he said, well, tonight is our last show, and it shows Trump come walking out, and he grabs him, takes him over, and throws him in a dumpster and slams the lid and starts doing the Trump dance, the YMCA. It's hilarious.
Yeah, the president. We were just talking about this before he came on the air. The president stayed in Washington. He didn't go to Don Jr.'s wedding.
Well, turned around, came back.
Yeah,
They were on their way, and they turned around and came back.
there's something big going on.
Well, they're bombing the out of Tehran right now.
Well, it's coming. I mean, I think that's the Iranians are well known for delay tactics.
Yeah, and Trump told them, we're not playing that game.
They'll make you think. You ever deal with somebody like that? Don't it make you mad when you think you got a deal, and then somebody says, "Well, and
They'll do it one
after
time.
a point, and you're just, I'm done with stuff like that."
They'll do it one time. I don't give you two or three. One time.
Yeah,
It's like I trust everybody until you give me a reason not to.
yeah.
And then it takes a while to gain that trust back, if ever. Doesn't mean I don't forgive you, but don't mean I have to trust you.
I trust you not.
Just saying,
You are not trustworthy.
I can love you and not trust you.
It's like loaning money to someone.
If I loan money to somebody, I don't expect it back.
I don't either. And I was thinking about this sometimes, not always. Sometimes, if it's a small amount, it's the best investment you can ever make because they're not going to pay you back, but they will duck and dodge you, and it keeps them out of your hair.
Depending upon the person.
But there are in some cases, dude, I'm telling you, I did it knowing that I would never get it back, but also knowing I would never have to deal with it ever again.
There you go.
It's a beautiful thing. Maybe that's wrong of me to think that way, but it's a beautiful thing.
Well, you know,
No drama, no whatever.
I have experienced that before.
It's like, here's, you need $20? Sure.
I've got people today that still owe me money. Yes, R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. A tragic story. I just wish that people online would just kind of focus on the, support right now, because every line it's full on, got to know every little detail of why he died, and they're blaming it on many things, and who knows if it's true or not.
Exactly.
The fact is he died. So
all I know is that they called an ambulance the day before. He was on the floor in the bathroom, and he had coughed up a little bit of blood. Not a lot of blood. He wasn't bleeding from the mouth, but he had coughed up some blood. That's all I know. Now, your mind's going to run wild with that information.
Yeah.
Well, if he was coughing up blood, there had to be something wrong with his lungs. He probably had that hantavirus, or maybe he had COVID, or maybe he had pneumonia, or somebody might have poisoned him.
Or maybe it was the vax, or whatever.
Right, but he was driving the simulator.
Yeah.
He was probably getting ready for the race.
Which will simulate the G-forces and stuff.
They can.
Yeah.
They can.
These are high dollar ones. It's not some little thing you drive in the front of Walmart or something.
But there are a lot of things that could have happened. He could have had an aneurysm.
Yeah.
I've had an aneurysm. Fortunately, they got to it in time, and I now have 8 stents because of it. But praise the Lord, I'm still alive.
What we do know is nobody's going to drive number 8 car unless one day the son decides he wants to. It's reserved for him. But we do know a mom, a wife and mom and 2 kids.
They need all the prayer they
have. Yeah, they got to move forward. Yeah. And listen, I just lost my wife. I understand it's.
Yes.
My wife lost her dad when she was 13, and I saw the effects of that over the course of our marriage. Sure. There were times my wife she told me a lot about him, and they were really close. She traveled a lot with him, and he sometimes on the truck and stuff,
Yeah.
And they were very close, and she loved her mother dearly, very close to her mother. But her dad was, at 13, you get pulled out of school. Your dad has died.
Yeah. And
you don't have a dad anymore.
My wife's mother died when she was 10.
Yeah.
Our mother was at a young age. I think she was just 41 when she passed away from cancer.
Yeah.
And the effects are lifelong. Something like that. But tragedy is just that. It's tragedy, and we don't know the reasons why. That's something we'll have to ask God when we get there.
Sure.
Explain to me the timing of why you took this person at this time. And I'm really anxious, or not anxious, but I want to hear, what the truth is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He might have needed them for something. Who knows? It could have been to change the course of something, to make something better, much better happen. God's not affected by our timeline. He's up here, and he sees the beginning and the end. That's why he's Alpha and Omega. Either Iran or Cuba. Yeah.
I don't disagree with that, because I think they were moving resources that way to put pressure on Cuba for a regime change.
I saw a video this morning of explosions going on in Tehran right now.
Yeah.
Or as of this morning. And one of the I forget his name. Anyway, he's over in the Middle East. He was reporting live, and they showed video of secondhand explosions where they had hit something that caused a much bigger explosion after that. So it seems to me they found some of their munitions, and they have gone after that.
I don't mean to make light of it, but there's an old saying, and you know this well. Everybody talks tough until the punch in the mouth comes.
Exactly right.
And they got punched, and then they've been talking some smack and talking. and that's fine. But if you get lit up, you get lit up. I mean, I don't.
And Trump has talked.
I don't have.
We're going to do this.
I don't have sympathy for you at that point.
No,
I mean,
I don't have any.
The people that are bystanders, I do for them, and I hope that nobody gets hurt. But for those that are shaking
their fists, in Tehran right now.
I mean, at some point, if you have been nailed, you need to rethink your plan.
I agree.
I mean, because it can happen again and again and again.
I gotta get some more coffee.
And at some point, you have to, you just have to admit, okay, we messed up, and this ain't going to work. We can hate it. You don't have to like it, but we got to come to some sort of resolution here, because at some point, you have to get back to the living your life.
Well, the people are going to have to stand up and take that government back, because it's a theocracy, and their theology is not going anywhere.
Yeah,
it's not going anywhere. And they're a violent group of people that want to live the way they did 2,000 years ago. When you had slaves still, they enslaved people, especially women. I don't think the women are actually married; they're more enslaved. Maybe it's that Bronx Tale. I love that movie. That was so good. $20. I like that.
That's true. There are those people too.
Yep.
There was a guy that, and going back, a lot of people would be the, I've never been a smoker, but the people who bum cigarettes all the time. And we was at work, and there was this guy, and he was always bumming cigarettes, all the smokers. It didn't bother me because I wasn't a smoker. So he would every day, can I get one of those? Can I get one of those? And everybody was griping about it. So they came up with this thing to sort of, they liked the guy. They didn't want to hurt his feelings, but they wanted to make a point.
Right.
So they, as the bystander, this absolutely cracked me up. So they taped a like a styrofoam cup to his lift truck, because that's what he did. He was a lift truck operator.
Right.
And they put on there his first name's cigarette fund, and they stuck a little bit of change in there. Just like, you need to start buying your cigarettes.
Yeah. I used to have.
So wait a minute. So they're like, oh, this is going to be great. No, it didn't work. He grabs the cup. He comes around. He thanks them all. He said, "Thank you so much for the help. If you want to give a little more, I still could use a little help." Like I went, so dang it, that didn't work.
It went from cigarettes to money.
Yeah.
Now he's bumming money off everybody for cigarettes.
Like I could use some gas in the truck, or whatever.
I've had people, literally come up to me all the time. And I'm going to tell you what, at one point, I know I've bummed cigarettes off people, when I used to smoke cigarettes. But there were some people that hey, let me smoke with you, and like, all right, go ahead. Well, and they just stand there.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a cigarette, you do. But I always used to take, when I went to work, I'd take 4 packs of cigarettes. 4 packs of cigarettes.
Every smoke day.
Well, I would smoke a pack and give 3 packs away, because people are always coming up,
wow.
Cigarette, and I didn't want to run out, So.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's like taking a loan at the bank for 4 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, I know. You can't do that today. I thought it was expensive back then. It's ridiculous.
I remember you get the carton for what?
You used to get a carton for like $5.
That's what I was fixing to say. I thought it was around $5 because it was what, a quarter pack or 50 cents, whatever it was.
35 cents.
Like
that. But I remember my grandfather, my mom's dad. He had a long bed Chevrolet pickup truck with a camper top on it. And they would go to North Carolina.
I've heard of these people.
And load tobacco. When you lift the gate of that camper top, they just start falling out. They were packed in there as mud. And they go up there and buy them for like $1 a carton.
Which was illegal to do.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to bring it back.
That's exactly right.
But people did it.
All the time. And he'd go buy them for $1 and sell them for, $4 a carton. And he'd make, a 300% profit on it.
I had some neighbors, they would do the cigarette, but they did it for personal use.
Right.
They would come back with cigarettes. They'd also come back with beer. There was some beer you couldn't get here, or it was cheaper.
Falstaff.
Yeah, they were big into Falstaff and all that cheapo stuff,
That was the first beer I ever drank, was a Falstaff.
You couldn't get Coors here at one time. That was the basis for the Smokey and the Bandit movie. That was the premise anyway. They went to go get Coors beer.
You always want what you can't have, and the reason why, people, if they knew the reason why, they wouldn't have wanted the beer anyway. Because it was full of bacteria. It had to do with the process. And it did not last that long. The beer went bad fast. And you couldn't let it get warm. It had to be cold. Well, that's the reason why on Coors now they have the little thing on some of their cans. If it's blue, you can drink it. If it's not, that means it's not cold enough.
Oh, I didn't know that. Which I don't drink. I haven't drank in 30 years.
Well, I hadn't either. But this is back when I did drink, and it's been not that long ago, 5 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
who wants a hot beer anyway?
I've drank them.
I couldn't do it, dude. There's some things I can do. I could not drink hot beer, man. That was disgusting to me. Colder the better, man. I wanted ice chips in the beer, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the frozen mug, ice chips in there. Now we're talking, but hot, that's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
I could eat some cold pizza, but hot beer, no.
Hot beer.
I could never do that.
Hot beer and cold pizza. Get it backwards.
Yeah. Broski wants to talk Tulsi. Do it.
All right, let's hear what you got. Bro.
Roll with it. Roll it. I reminded that guy in Cool Hand Luke when they was out there putting all the tar or the road, paving the road.
Yeah.
He'd say, roll it.
Before we dive into Tulsi here, I just want to say this one thing. Tulsi's not perfect, none of us are, but I think that Tulsi has done a terrific job. I think that the things that she has brought to light will be felt for years to come. And I thank her for her service. I want to say that now. So she's a Hindu. I don't know. All of these things. I don't know. The only thing I can say, if she is a Hindu, is Jesus Christ is Lord. That's about all I can say. Shiva's not going to help you go to heaven.
Ernest says that he didn't know people drank cold tea until he came to America, and soon he became a fan of iced tea. Yeah.
It's easy to become a fan of iced tea, especially in the South, because it's basically brown sugar water.
Can you imagine if
slice of lime or lemon in it?
Can you imagine if we did do the whole commando raid and we took Raul Castro out of Cuba? Can you imagine the cheers would be coming up from Miami?
Hey, I want to tell you what, they were showing parades in the streets all the way out in Los Angeles. The Cuban community is coming together, and all of these Cuban exiles that have come to the United States, if the government changes, they will return to their country, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, what Trump wants to call it Trumpa. He said it'd be bigger in Tampa.
Yeah, I just thought if President Trump, he's a marketing guy.
Well, yeah.
If he needs Trump, can you imagine?
Yeah, like Billy had.
How big would that be if you had it's very patriotic can, and I don't know what you call it. I think you would just call it Trump beer, but whatever you called it, can you imagine how the sales would shoot through the roof? I can imagine why somebody hasn't made that deal already with him. I don't know if he's allowed to do it as a sitting president right now, but that's a marketing genius. But he would probably be more for
Trump beer. I just call it Trump beer. Trump beer,
He would probably do.
And it comes in a gold can.
That's it.
Can,
the gold can.
Yeah.
It would say the coldest, the greatest beer ever. It would be.
Oh, that's the best. It's the best beer ever made. Only the choicest ingredient.
And around the bottom it would say not woke, not it would have all that on there.
Yeah,
you know?
no D.
Ernest says he loves the Arnold Palmer. Started ordering it every time we ate at a restaurant.
My wife loves Arnold Palmer's. They make a tea, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's popular brand tea. It comes in a gallon jug. It's at Food City.
Oh yeah, you're talking about those Milo. Yeah.
So they have iced tea and they make lemonade. So I get a gallon of each, and I make her Arnold Palmer's all the time.
Nice. Which if you have a sugar condition, you need to be careful with sweet tea. But
it can put you in a coma.
Yeah.
Especially granny sweet tea. Goodness gracious.
It's a lot of sugar and a little bit of tea.
Yeah.
The spoon stands up at the spoon.
Pretty much. If you don't, before you stir it, you can stand the spoon up in it.
Think of all the sugar we got as kids with Kool-Aid, dude.
Oh, I know.
I mean, one little pack, that much sugar in the thing and some water stirred up.
That's it.
Kids were hopped up, running outside.
That's the reason why we played outside all the time. Hopped up on Kool-Aid.
You would drink.
That's the reason why that thing ran through the wall. Hey, Kool-Aid! Oh, yeah!
You would come back for more. They'd give you your little sandwich and chips at lunch.
Yeah,
and another dose of Kool-Aid and go play.
Yeah. It's like winding somebody up. You know what I'm talking about? You wind it up. You go.
Ernest says he's a sugartarian. A sugartarian.
Sugartarian. That's pretty cool. I will tell you what, if people knew how bad processed sugar was for me, we wouldn't eat it.
So Brusky, what do you think is the real story here about Tulsi?
Yes, tell us.
I know they said about the husband, the sickness or whatever. He says, Ernest says, cookies, pastries, muffins, cakes, you name it.
Hey, you just did, buddy. I'm into all of it. Love it all.
We got to go back down to Scooters and try that buffet and see what kind of sweets he's got on it.
I want to tell you the ice cream place that we stopped at yesterday. What was the name of that?
Uncle Lars.
Uncle Lars in Trenton, Georgia.
Outpost. Uncle Lars Outpost.
Dude, it's the only place I've ever seen where you can go get a milkshake and a machine gun at the same place. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
They've got, everything from, a double scoop to a Glock. They've got it all. Yeah.
And one of the owners is going to be on with us soon.
Yeah, Shannon, I can't. She's such a sweet lady.
She has a story to tell, and we want to help share about her business and her new. She's got a new catering business. Yeah. And Shannon, I can't wait to have her on. And we just had a wonderful, blessed time in the parking lot. After I ate some butter pecan, I had a waffle cone of butter pecan. But man,
that was just a sweet spirit-filled moment.
It was. Man.
You know what I mean?
She was so nice.
Yeah.
But it was funny. You had the pastries, ice cream, and you can look to your right, and there's the pistols.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
Dude, I want to tell you what, they had every kind of flavor you can think of these little balls of deliciousness. I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of like a little ball of cheesecake icing, something or another. Anyway, with flavors in it, like cappuccino, the strawberry, blueberry, cinnamon. All kinds of different flavors that you had. And you're right. You stand there and look at them, and you just turn your head, and there's an AR over here.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ernest says milkshake and machine gun at the same place. What are the bullets made of? Cheese? No, they had real bullets. I'm sure.
They had the real deal.
They had the ammo, guns. I mean, they had the whole thing. But then they had over here. They had all kinds of little delicious, tantalizing little things.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And the milkshake that I got, y'all got scoops. I got a milkshake, and it was I don't know what that. It was chocolate with chocolate in it, that had chocolate on it.
We had a great day.
It was really good.
Broski says, Tulsi, the surfing Hindu, has always been a Democrat in disguise. She was a plant, and the CIA has been monitoring her and her team's every keystroke for a while. Let me just say on a lot. I agree that she was not hard right. I do know that. And can I say, I think sometimes the president has chosen the wrong females to surround himself with. Sometimes Susan Wiles is very dedicated and does great. There's Karen, whatever her name is, Karen. Anyway, whatever their names are.
Well, he tends to choose the ones that are pleasant to the eye. I mean, he does. I'm just saying.
Well, it was like that picture yesterday of that car that was pleasing to the eye at Scooters. That
What
my son.
car?
Yeah. What car? She might have been deliberately trying to get fired because she was instructed to resign by the midterm so her and her buddy Joe Kent can go anti-Trump mode to damage the GOP. Interesting. Oh, I have said that the second half of
They'll
the
shut
term
her up.
is going to be
go anti-Trump.
wild.
She won't go anti-Trump. I don't believe it. I'll have to see that one to believe it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, right. Well, you don't know. I mean, listen, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I am. But, it's really getting tired of winning. I am. All of these things that I've said that everybody blasted me about being conspiracy theorists about, 95% of them have come true. So in that particular aspect, it's really not a conspiracy, is it?
Ernest says Tulsi was anti-war and the military-industrial complex hated it. All anti-war people are being outed. That's from Ernest. Roski also believes she'll run for president against J.D. Vance. I wouldn't be surprised. You're probably right. I think what she was doing was deliberate. Notice how the CIA raid on her office story has gone away. I believe she hates Trump. Rash Patel needs to go next. Broski's very outspoken about how he feels about that.
And that is his right. That's what I love about this country. And, history is made up of people guessing what it's going to be.
I'm assuming that Broski would not eat a Hindu restaurant. I'm just guessing. I don't think he's dining.
I don't think curry is his favorite spice.
Just a feeling I get. I just don't think he's going in anywhere where that is anywhere on display.
No.
Oh, but yeah, I think the president has been really careful about those around him.
Yeah.
He does have an inner circle that's pretty dang strong, but
she was never really in it. I mean, she hadn't
when he was assembling his cabinet, I was only really big on about half of them. I was never a Kash Patel dude.
I wasn't either. I didn't even know who he was.
I think he looks crazy to me. I just don't like that guy's deal. They say he boozes it up and he can't. He denies it, but he doesn't have great denials. That he's lazy. He doesn't work hard. He misses meetings. They have to reschedule. I mean, these stories have come out quite a bit. There's a lot of people in GOP that don't like him.
Duck and quacks like a duck.
I just never thought that was the dude. I'm like, well, who is this guy? I mean, he always looks like a deer in the headlights. Like, what he's doing.
He's got a pretty good pedigree, or not pedigree, but resume, I should say. Of what he's done, in the past. But he always did it with somebody. He never did it on his own. See what I mean?
I never thought that Bongino should be there.
Well, I
knew
Dan was only going in for a year.
Yeah.
Right. That was the plan. Right. He said, I'm not doing it any longer than a year. And now, because I've always followed Bongino. I follow him today.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to him.
Yes.
But
he found out a lot of things that blew his mind that are kept from the public for a reason.
I lost respect when he came out with Cash and they had we're
prison stuff.
Yeah, he obviously committed suicide. I know what a suicide looks like. I mean, it's obvious, right? He looks over at Cash. They're like, yeah. I mean, that whole interview was horrible. Like, I thought, this looks like two guys that's got an AK pointed at their head. I mean, what in the world? Ernest says Patel is total puppet, so they let him stay. Tulsi defied Obama on his war policy in Syria, so Dems hated her and she left their party. Joe Kent left for the same reason. I remember all that.
They're libertarians.
Yeah, I never was a big fan. And I don't know why there's such an infatuation with a lot of people on the right to want to just bow at the feet of people that have one or two good things to say, like Fetterman or Cinema or wherever that, they say something that sounds almost like middle of the road or almost a little to the right, and they're, oh, they're one of us. No, they're not.
No.
They were never one of us.
Yeah.
And even
they're getting closer.
Even Fetterman says, I would make a lousy Republican. I'll never turn Republican.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, he needs to join the party.
We're going to have a three-party deal before long, I believe. I think that we will have a libertarian party probably, or something along those lines. Somebody somewhere in the middle. You have the left, the right, and we're going to have somebody right there in the middle, which is where I kind of lean. I lean a little off center. I am a little off center.
Dude, you're way off center, dude. A little?
Okay.
What is that? A little off center?
That's
like being a little pregnant. You're dude, come on.
This is true.
You're full on right, man.
This is true.
Don't even try to go there. You ought to hear the stuff that doesn't get on the air.
Yeah.
We said yesterday some of the best stuff we have is going down the road or sitting in the studio when we're not live. And we're like, well, then I don't know if we can say that, though,
This is a lot of it probably could be.
I was. I had people oppose me on some of the things you're saying there, Broski, and I'm just not big. But I think it was dudes looking at girls and how pretty they were. That's all they thought of. Oh, they're pretty and they're conservative. Oh, wow, I'm in heaven, No, come on. They're also ditzy.
All I can say, I think that most of the men in this country thought Christy Nome mounted a horse pretty good. She rode a horse pretty good. She was. I thought it was a stupid look for her to have all that hair and then a cowboy hat sitting on top of it. You know what I mean? Instead of having it pulled down on there. Anyway, she needed a better publicist, I believe.
There's an element that is to the right that you see it in videos every day, and they're a little cray-cray. I know I am. I mean, there's some people on the right. They're beautiful, but I don't think they understand anything of how things work.
No.
But they just repeat stuff that they've heard.
It's a parrot. And
they undress pretty much for most videos and flash MAGA. And somehow that's supposed to be representing conservatism.
No, you got to actually have an original thought every once in a while. You know what I mean? You can't just parrot things. Bondi looked good for 60. She didn't know him. Was attractive. I like that. No.
To all the females who may be watching, these are Broski's comments.
Women are too emotional.
May not be the thoughts and impressions of the host.
That's the thing. You can't judge all women by the actions of a few. But, like Broski said, men are different than women. That's the way God designed us. Men are not as emotional as women, even though some men are a little more emotional than other men. But the men that we need in our military and in our police and things like that, they need to be hard men. But they have to have a soft side at the same time because they're serving the public. That's policing. Our warriors don't need a soft side. They need to be hard people. You don't need limp-wristed people in there. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't need none of that. You don't need a dude wearing pants or a dress, excuse me. You don't need any of that stuff in the military. They're there to be killing machines. That's it.
Beta males.
They are called beta males.
Who was the coach that would always cry?
I don't know.
He coached the Redskins for a while, wasn't it? What was that dude's name?
Gibbs?
No, it wasn't Gibbs, was it?
Gibbs.
No, it was another guy.
Joe Gibbs with
I don't
Skins
remember.
and Falcons, right?
I don't remember, but who was that coach that would cry? No, he coached the Rams. He coached the Rams. Was it Dick Vermeil? I can't remember.
That's a possibility.
And people say, "Oh, he's crying again."
Hey, I want to tell you what, I went through a period. I got PTSD. And it bothers me in my dreams and sleep. Mainly, but I have learned by Dick Vermillion. I've learned, by the grace of God, how to control it. I don't have anxiety attacks like I used to.
Just anger attacks.
Well, yeah, I do have some fits of rage every once in a while. But I've learned how to control them to a certain extent. And I don't know. There are some things that would just set me off, I guess.
There's always that little laser that could emanate from someone's forehead on certain things that you get really mad over. Every once in a while, I will send Biscuit Boy a video or something, and he stews about it for like 2 days. Like, man, I'd just like to go find that person,
Yeah.
and tell him what for, So maybe a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Like that one I sent you about that wacko politician in Tennessee that does all the demonstrations like stupid. He goes up to the other politician and screams at him, putting his finger in basically his face.
He would have had a broken finger and a dislocated jaw.
I would never have sat there like that. I'm telling you, dude. And I'm not a person who usually goes that route. I'm telling you, I would have pulled that guy by his little skinny tie, and I would have pulled him over by the seats that were there, and I would have waylaid his face. I'll say it. There's no man going to talk to me like that. I don't care what the situation is. Just because you don't like what I say, you don't have a right to come up there in your little skinny pants and skinny, tie and come up there and talk smack.
And he had an afro.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch that guy, he does a lot of protesting. It's not really protesting. He's an attention getter. He likes to play for the crowd.
Yes,
but he causes scenes wherever he goes.
He is a race baiter.
I cannot stand that dude.
He's a race.
He's there for one thing, and it's to cause conflict and turmoil.
And chaos.
The dude does not in chaos. The dude does not want to work with anybody.
Good
morning, Daryl. How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you.
Midnight Rider, yeah. Broski for president.
I'd vote. I'd vote for you, Broski. Because see, I could live vicariously through you.
Well, if Broski, the first day that Broski was president, when he's been sworn in, he would already have people dispatched to tell the planes to be ready on the tarmac and on the ships, the aircraft carriers, and that there would be no notice, but there would be certain countries that would just be getting hit, and told that's it, no more. We're done with you.
Yep. I can see that.
There would be a phone call to Zelensky that tells him not another blank, blank, blank dime. Nothing.
No, I would send him one last thing. I would send him a nice piece of lead, and that would be it. I can't believe nobody's taken the man out yet.
Do you think the guy ever could be a good leader?
Who? Zelensky?
I mean, he had that.
Talk about a puppet, dude. Zelensky is a puppet.
He had that acting job, man. I mean,
Hey, he's a puffer, dude. I mean, he is. He's.
I mean, he had some moves on him. I mean, he could shake the hips, and
I bet he'd have been a good sword swallower too. But what can you say?
The flaming sword.
Yes.
Torch.
Sorry, I had to stand up.
Biscuit Boys, he's injured this weekend.
Oh.
Pray for him.
No, just old injuries.
Old injuries. You're like Nick Nolte in North Dallas 40.
Yeah.
And popping, your neck and back. Oh, yeah.
Yep. I think emotionally, I'm about 6. Mentally, I'm about 15. Physically, I'm pretty sure I fought in the Civil War.
You're at the Battle of Battle of Shiloh,
Yes, I'm sure that I was.
Ernest says that Zelensky killed the piano for me. I won't ever touch a piano again. I'm trying to remember why. Did he like maybe lay on one or something? I don't know. I didn't see that.
I don't know about that one either.
Daryl says, never get in someone's face unless you're ready to engage in old time open up a can. I agree.
You got that right, brother.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Yeah. I just can't. Did you see that clip, Daryl, that Tennessee politician gets in that guy's face? It was all over the news. And they're all like, stop, stop, stop. Dude, I would have drugged that guy away if I was security. I don't care what your position is. You don't have a right to do that. You can do it from a desk. You can address people. You can be whatever. But he went up and got in his face. That dude should have never been allowed to walk out of there. To me.
Dude, I'm sorry, but the guy sitting in the chair was a wimp. As soon as that fella started up the stage, he should have met him at the steps. I'm serious.
Come on.
That's it. You know?
So Daryl did see it. Yeah, I'm not putting up with that crowd. This has nothing to do with race.
No.
This has to do with being a man. You do not do that.
See, that's the thing that really, really ticks me off is this whole race thing. And, you know, I love all people. I don't see skin color. Anybody that knows me will vouch for that. I go by your merits, your personality. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care. We all have the same blood.
But that guy, he wants the confrontation. He
wants the spotlight.
Yeah.
He wants his Spartacus moment, you know? Yeah, I didn't give him a Spartacus moment.
He's
with
a whack
with
job,
a broke
dude.
finger, and, you know, he could have walked around telling everybody he was number one, you know?
As it's laid back against his arm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Okay, Ernest, I didn't know that. Zelensky played the piano with his private parts in a comedy show. The video's all over the place before he ran for president. I didn't know that. Nasty. Broski
What was
says,
he doing? Slamming the keys?
We don't.
Bam, bam. Wow.
Okay, first
Sorry,
day
that,
drill.
that picture needs to go away.
Yeah, thanks, Biscuit Boy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
First day drill, baby drill, mine, baby mine, Mexico and Cuba will be done. I'd also end all professional. Oh boy, I'd make personal finance, entrepreneurship, and physical fitness mandatory.
I agree with that.
In high school, I'd also invest in trade schools for kids as early as middle school. I agree with that. I'd also build neighborhoods for middle class, starter house neighborhoods, houses between 200 and 300K. In the LGBTQ community would also be very, very happy with me. And I'm not shocked at any of those statements.
Hey, you should have seen the flag. We should have got a picture of that flag. The true meaning of LG.
Yeah, we couldn't show it.
Whatever. LGBT.
Yeah, we saw it in Alabama.
Yeah. I'll put it this way. The L stands for liberty.
Yes.
The
B was beer.
G stands for guns. B is beer, and T is, well, there should be two of them.
Daryl says, that's right. Until you beat some of these left views to the ground, they will push an agenda down your throat.
Ain't nobody pushing one down.
I mean, and we're seeing it now. Everybody's got their little phone, and I'm recording you. You're so in trouble. How can you take this illegal away? And they don't call them illegals, but they got the phone. They put it right in your face, you know. And you're trying, you know, these ICE agents are trying to do their job, and and they always have this weird voice. It's like eerie, creaky voice.
Yeah.
And they got the phone right in their face, trying to.
Karen voice.
That phone would be gone. We've said this before. That phone would be destroyed.
Yeah.
You can charge me whatever. I'm not going to let somebody put a phone like that.
Well, nobody would ever see the video. You know, the phone would be gone. You wouldn't have to worry about showing a video. Somebody might have a video of me taking it from you.
Yeah, Ernest, you have a good day. Says, got to leave. Have a good day ahead.
Thanks for stopping in, Ernest.
Biscuit Boy, you have a wonderful day, sir.
Yes.
You have been such a blessing to be in the house today, and we give you where's that? There it is. Applause. Yes.
This one doesn't go up. That's about as high as I can get that one, but I can get this one.
I just, I was at a, Daryl says, I'm sorry, but I'm listening to David Allen Cole this morning. Well, he told it like it was.
Well, he did. He did.
I was, I've told this story before. I'm going to say it real quick. We was in Knoxville at this concert. We pull up.
Right.
And there was some sort of a church group that was, witnessing to people as they got out of the cars to go to the concert. I have no problem with that. I love it. But the problem with it was they were screaming and getting in people's faces. And I tried to counsel with them that was not the right way to do that. And because I was a believer, and there was this kid, and I had brought a friend of mine that was, I don't know if he was in a gang, but he was borderline in a motorcycle gang. I mean, if he wasn't, he looked like it. He was a nice guy, but you didn't mess with him.
Right.
And he told this kid is in his face with a finger, like thumping his chest. And he said, you need to leave me alone. And I told the kid, I said, listen, I support your message, but I don't believe the way you're messaging.
Is all wrong.
And I said, you got to understand me when I say this. You got to leave this guy alone. He's not, he is fixing to become, he's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and I said, I'm not kidding, son. I said, please just back away.
Go on.
And don't scream at people.
Yep.
Give them your information. But they were, I mean, dude, it was like.
You're going to hell.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. I mean, man. And I said, you can't get in people's personal space here, dude. Come on.
No.
Whoever's taught you this, they need to have a education.
You're going to get throat punched.
Yeah. And I could see, man, I could see the anger just building. Even though he was a kid, he was fixing to punch this kid, man. I'm telling you, I was like, come on, man, you got to back away.
There is a certain way to do things, and there is a way not to do things. That is not the way to share the gospel. You're walking up to somebody and hitting them, you can't knock the word into them, with the Bible.
Yeah, you're not supposed to waterboard them. I mean,
no, you're not.
Believe.
And some people, they throw so much information at you all at once. It's like drinking from a fire hose, and you can't do that. What?
Hello, Barry. It's the Dancing Pug. It just doesn't show it on StreamYard. It showed it in Rumble. The Dancing Dog. The Pug.
Barry
Dog.
Gotcha.
From Gainesville, Georgia. Having to move. Somebody had to move, but he said it's going well.
Good.
People have gotten in my face at church. Not good.
They'll do it once.
Not good. I don't care where it's at. You can't do people like that.
No, they will do it one time, and I guarantee you they'll never do it again. Not with me.
I had a kid do me like that one time. It was at the church, but we were behind the church. And
you took him out back of the church.
No, we were all we were all back there. He was probably about my age. We were both he might have been slightly older than me, but we were both about 14 years old. And his daddy raised him to be a fireball. And I got no problem with that, but he didn't know how. He had no resistance. Like he didn't know how to throttle.
Right.
And I said something that day, and it was a disagreement, and I said something about it. This kid was guilty. I said it's written all over his face. When I said that, kid got my face with his finger, screaming at me, and I pushed him back, and I said, "You need to back up."
Yeah.
And his dad, he went and told his daddy, and all that, and he went, got with my daddy, and
if I'd have ran to my daddy like that, he'd have slapped. Get back over here, boy, and handle it.
My daddy said, well, he shouldn't be putting his finger in my boy's face. And it was a big old little deal because he said, well, he was preaching. I said, no, he wasn't preaching when he put his finger in my face and he's getting smart with me and spit's coming out of his mouth. And he was it was a show. I'm sorry, he's not preaching. That's not helping anything.
Exactly.
And
all he's going to do is get hurt.
Yeah.
That's it. He's going to get hurt.
Yeah. And his daddy was encouraging the thing like, good grief.
Now, let's not believe in preaching the gospel. If you're going to do something like that, do it from a pulpit, not in somebody's face. You don't come down, from behind the pulpit down into the pews and get in people's faces and preach. You don't do that unless you know they are demonically possessed and you're there by the Holy Spirit to get that demon out.
Yeah.
That's it. Other than that, that's not the way to preach. Sorry.
I have had some evangelists shake my head. they get in the spirit, and they would. I remember being I was probably 11 years old,
I
and I had
100%.
one. He's in heaven now, a great guy. Daryl would know him. I know he knows his son, but he grabbed. He was an old. I mean, he was like a member of our family, and
Right.
Benny. But he grabbed my head, and he was shaking it while he was preaching, and I was sitting here like,
Yeah. Using you as a prop.
yeah. And my cousin was looking at me laughing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man.
I want to tell you what I believe 100% the gifts of the Spirit. I have seen people, speak in tongues. I've heard the interpretations. I think some of them are show that they are not filled with the Holy Spirit. But who am I to judge? I don't judge like that. It can be annoying when the same person does it every single time, and you start to wonder. But then all you can do is pray for that person, but don't get in my face.
There was a guy that came to our church once. I just still laugh as I look at the look on my pastor's face. He was a young guy,
Right.
and the guy meets with us after church. He had never been there before. And he says, I want to talk to him. And I was usually standing there. He was my pastor. And he says, I believe that God's calling me to be a eunuch.
A eunuch?
I just never forget the look on my pastor's face as he looked at me. And he looks back and he's like, well, all I'll say is that you better be very, very sure that was from God. It's like, there's no going back. I mean,
I'm sorry, I don't see that happening.
I don't either.
I just don't. I don't see the Lord calling somebody.
I think he was a little cray-cray or demon-filled or whatever, but I'll just never forget.
Well, no, I don't think the Lord wants you to cut your wiener off. I just don't think that's not right.
Oh my gosh. You just never know what you're going to hear in ministry. You never know what you're going to hear.
This is true.
I mean, people come in, they got all kinds of stuff going on, and you just never know what's going on, Oh my gosh.
My grandpa, he told me this story. Said it was a Wednesday evening. They were having a business meeting, that Wednesday. Said that he took prayer requests, and had a little word, and then they went about, and this family came in that was new to the community. It was a rather poor community. And this family was a rather poor family. They came in, sat down in the back, sat through the whole business meeting. And Papa said, at the end of it, he said, all right, do we have any more prayer requests? He said, gentleman stood up in the back, Newt brought his family in. He said, preacher, really need you to pray for me and my family. We ain't doing worth a shit. And he didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But when my grandfather told me that, I'm sorry, I was like 14 years old when he told me that. I almost wet my britches. I was laughing so hard to hear it come out of his mouth, that word. And, that's another thing I want to get into.
Here's a good one. My dad told a deacon on the mountain to keep his mouth shut while he was preaching, and the deacon continued. My dad told him during the message to meet him outside. My dad went off on him in the parking lot. I was 8 years old. It was awesome.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Do not confuse meekness with weakness. They're not the same.
Here's the thing too, and
I'm capable of tremendous violence.
Yeah, when you meet,
I control it.
When you bring people together, there's a lot of different kind of beliefs, and sometimes they join your group, and you kind of flow in the same direction. I just always had this about my kids and grandkids, whoever at church. If they acted up, you come and get me. Now, if they're immediately going to get hurt or do something, you tell them to stop and all that, but don't lay hands on them. That's my job.
Yep.
You don't ever do that. Don't ever touch other kids. You go get their parents. Let's get them involved, and we'll address it.
Now,
but I've seen people like, they were going to go do something. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not going. That's my kid. You're not doing that. I will take care of that.
When I was a kid, if you acted up, because we lived out in the country.
Yeah, I know how it was.
We had,
I know.
My friends were, a mile away, from across the road. You never knew where we were going to be. But you act up at somebody's house, you're going to get your butt whipped.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And that's
I
just
grew
the
up
way
in
it
that
was
environment.
back then.
But at the church, you can't.
You
can't
don't
have
lay your
that.
hands on somebody's kids.
No, you can't. You can't do that. And I also, I told the churches I've been at, don't ever try to hold my kids to a higher standard than yours. That's not fair.
No, it's not.
You're asking my kids or my grandkids to be perfect. We will address if there's any problems, but you can't You can't put that pressure on those kids like that.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not. And that's why so many kiddos like that, MKs, PKs, all that.
Yeah.
They struggle because they get put in intense pressure. And I was thinking this earlier about, Kyle Busch's son.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but there's going to be people that want him to, they're going to want to map his life out. I say leave him alone, let him be what he wants to be. Who knows? He may change in 5 years and say, I don't want to be a race car driver.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to let this kid be what he wants to be.
He needs a good mentor in his life.
Yeah.
His father's gone. Somebody has to step up. I would, I don't know what the relationship between the brothers were, but hopefully somebody is there to step up and help him, mature. Ezekiel 16:6, when I passed by you and saw you struggling in your own blood, I said to you, in your blood lives. Yes, I said to you, in your blood live. I'm sure in this verse, I'm sure in this verse because my grandfather used it to stop bleeding, the bleeding of a young man who was cut at a sawmill. That is amazing. Wow, what a story.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about the blood verse, as they call it.
Well, I've heard that, in Appalachia, they've got all kinds of different things. But listen, words can curse, words can heal. That's why we are to be careful with the words that come out of our mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen some bad things happen at a sawmill, man. I worked at one. I tailed one for 2 years, but I thought about becoming a sawyer, but that's a dying thing, and I went and became something else that's now obsolete. But we grow. That's the great thing about life.
Amen.
You gotta grow.
Can you believe that it's been an hour already on the show?
No way.
It just flew by.
Well, maybe we can cut this one, come back in and do something.
We may do something else. Folks, thank you for watching the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy Morning Show. It's one of our favorite shows we do. It just always hits real well, and I love First Light right before it.
Yeah.
If you've not been joining us for the 7 a.m., come in and have the discussion about the Bible and life, your life, how it affects you.
Coffee and come
Absolutely.
in and join us.
If we come back, we'll come back with a Wolf Nation show, and we'll continue the discussion. Thank you so much. God bless. Give us a minute, drink a little coffee, and talk about whatever. And we may see you soon. It's still raining a little bit here in North Georgia. We've been getting hammered.
Yeah.
We need to get to. Yeah, we do live in a generation of weakness.
We do.
Men need to be men.
That's right.
Yeah. My grandchildren, sometimes they would look at others and they would say, my grandpa would never put up with that. They just know better. I remember one time, let me say this, he's deceased now. And a friend of mine wanted to ride for my son. It was in his car. And I had told him, don't smoke in the car, have anybody smoking. And he told him, he said, well, he said, well, you're a grown man. What does it matter? And actually I had bought the car. So he said, well, it's actually Dad's car. Right. But he said, I would honor his wishes anyway. But the guy was telling him, basically, heck with your dad. Don't listen to him. That's the problem we have, man. That's the problem we have. People encouraging others not to honor their father and their mother. It's ridiculous.
Yes. Well, it starts in the school. The school wants to lie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they want to, and some of it by omission, by not letting the parents know. That's not right.
Let's get the pledge in there, prayer in there. Let's have
Right.
some Bible class.
They're there to teach,
Bible clubs, all that stuff.
not judge.
Teach civics. Teach what it is to be the greatness
Social
of America.
studies, yes.
Teach greatness of America and the greatness of our God.
Amen.
And then just teach, get back to
Truth.
teaching, well,
Get back to
mathematics in the right way. And
Yeah.
let's stop playing games with kids' minds.
Yep.
We're the greatest country. Let's remain the greatest country, and let's not fall into the ditch. Take care, our friends.
Amen.
We love you at the Wolf Nation Network.
Truth. Peace.
Give us a like, follow, share. Take care. We'll see you.
Out on the airwaves, mud soaked and loud. Cornbread man talking, biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea.